Hey, good morning, folks. Once again, easy in your face. Right, what am I doing today? I was going to be doing the Spectrum restoration stroke fix, but it doesn't come with a cassette player. I have many cassette players, but none of them work. So this brings me along quite nicely to these that turned up, which is the drive belt assortment kit. What I want to do is basically attack the beastie again. Look at the size of the thing. Right, Winston. Hello. Look at the size of that. It just gives you some sort of aspect. I mean, that table's a 20-seater. Look at the size of it. No, it's not really. But I need to whip this apart because the belt that drives the turntable needles along, as you well know from the last video, the VZ2000 restoration, I didn't have a belt at the time, so I put an O-ring around it, and it's very slow. It tracks very slowly, where it should go like that. But so I need to change that belt, and I also need to change the cassette belt because the cassette doesn't work at all. Once I've done that, I can then purchase a 5-pinned in plug to RCA jacks, and then I can then plug in the other Sharp boombox TV thing I restored recently, and I can use that TV screen to plug the ZX into and start restoring / fixing that one. So right, today basically then it's changed 2 belts on this to get this thing working properly 100%. Let's get into it. Oh yeah, that was easy. That really was, even though I've done it before twice on the same machine, i.e. I've put the back on and I've missed some bits out and I've had to take it off. But what a pain in the ass. Anyway, here is the cassette player. I've had it all out by undoing 4 screws. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and behind is a load of wiring that's wound around metal bars to keep it where it is. I've had to unwind those, and it's actually a metal lever comes across here like a piece of wire, but like a coat hanger sort of thing. You unclip that, and it's always coming out. Checked all the belts, and the belts are brilliant. So this has been serviced at some point. There's a belt there, it's lovely. I've changed this one because it was a bit of an oil slick. It was a bit horrible. It's literally no stretchiness to it, so I've put a new belt on there like so. So that's that done. Now we've just, Caroline's given me a hand to lift this up and undo 2 screws. You literally lift the whole platter up and spin it around 90 degrees, and then I took off my O-ring bodge. There it is, which didn't really do the job at all, to be fair. And I put on a belt slightly smaller, and it's beautiful. So now hopefully these needles, this one and the one here, should track at the right speed now, because the record won't start playing until the needle's where it's supposed to be. But it took like 10 minutes to get from there to there. Literally, I went downstairs, had a brew, come back, and it just clicked it onto the record. Anyway, so hopefully now that's fixed. Now, there was one more problem with this machine, and it was the eject system. I could not get the cassette lid to flip out. Now, if I remember correctly, it's somewhere in the back of my very minuscule mind. When I first took these cases apart, a little tiny piece of plastic, about 3mm wide by about 5mm by about 3mm, fell out. And I thought, oh, what's this? I better not throw this away. I'll put that somewhere safe in a pile of rubbish. And that it disappeared. And looking, I've been absolutely examining this thoroughly. I mean, look, there's a piece chipped off there. That's chipped off. But when you press the eject button, okay, that moves this little arm there. And you see right on the very end, on there, that's where that white piece used to be, on there. So that's just catching the eject mechanism, and it's not actually ejecting it. So, because what I reckon has happened, remember that pin broken off of the door that come up when you press the eject button, door come up, but it didn't because the pin was snapped off. I reckon the pin snapped, and in doing that, the lid wouldn't come up, so someone's gone bang, and then snapped that pin off, the top of that pin off there. Oh, dear. So now I need to make something to go on there. Go walkies.
I don't think he wants to go. Come on.
Go walk. Go and get the pigeons. Pidge. Go and get the pidge.
Come on.
Pidge in the garden. No, he's had too many bangs, hasn't he?
Oh.
So, yes, anyway, leave me to it. I need to go down the shed of dreams and find something that could possibly replace that was on there. And then I'll be able to play cassettes, and I'll be able to play my Spectrum cassettes. Thank you, Richard. And then I could get the screen. Oh, it's just one thing after another, isn't it? Right, leave me to it. Right, all back together. Right, now what have we actually done today? We've replaced the tape counter belt. That was tricky, wasn't it? But it's something that you have to take apart. I also changed the belt for the linear tracking on the needle. So when you close the record player up, that needle should track along sort of, you know, a bit slower than that. Actually, not like it was doing like that, literally like that. Cassette player. I've put a tape in. It's I've recorded a bit of a track. Well, I have recorded a track that I have upstairs on 45 7-inch vinyl. I'm just going to play a little bit of that. I've got it set to a talking radio station, so let's give it a whir. The power's on, obviously. Off, on. Right, let's do phono. Okay. Look at that tracking. That is the right speed. That is perfect. That is exactly right. Not my favourite track. Look at that track back. That is just awesome. Okay, right, radio.
He's worth searching out. Had a good day out with him.
Let's turn that down a bit. There we go. This has got to be one of the best out there of these. Okay, let's try the cassette player. Now, there was an awful lot wrong with that mechanism. I didn't film what I was doing because I really got my knickers in a twist. But basically, I needed to put shims in the two pin. The pin that I fixed that side, the pin this side, was allowing the door to slide literally 0.5 mil that way, and it was catching. So anyway, here we go. There's tape on there. Let's press play. Okay, that's called Too Much Soda by the Hysterics, 1981. One of the first vinyls that I bought, along with the Smiths' How Soon Is Now. Yeah, crazy, isn't it? Okay, right, well that is literally 100%, but it's not, because I did a little tiny boo-boo. And I've got to show you this, because I'm such a twat, really. Let's fold the aerial down, because we don't need that no more. It plays vinyl, it plays cassettes. The radio is absolutely perfect. Right, do you remember when I used to press that way? And it showed you... Let's turn that light off a minute. It showed you the battery and the signal. So when you tune in the FM, that light's right up on the signal on the bottom bit. So let's press that way, like so. Now doing that also illuminates this arm, so you can see what you're doing. But when I press it... Let me turn these lights off a minute. These floodies. Let's turn that off and that off. Right, when I press this, you'll notice that the light slides up. Yeah, like that. And you'll notice some light in that mixing slot there. Because what I've actually done is I've put... See that hole in there? Can you see the lamp holder, the grey piece with the black cables going in? I've put the lamp in the wrong way round. I am not, I repeat, I am not taking that apart until another belt goes. That can stay like that now forever and a day. Anyhow, I'm going to class that as a win. I know it's a very short vid, guys. Sorry about that. But like I said, I needed to get a cassette player working so I could now order if I've been pinned in to phono leads, not phono, yeah, you know, those sort of plug-in leads, the yellow and white, white and red. So then I can plug that into my Spectrum, and that'll be my next vid. Watching it on the telly. Oh, actually, now the cassette's on that, isn't it? Oh, no, that's all right. I can just use the other stereo as the telly. That'll be great, won't it? I'll have this beast on the table, somewhere probably that side, and we'll have the little sharp, the yeah, the little TV one there, the 10p-35, and then we'll have all the specky stuff there. Anyway, let's just pop upstairs and show you, focus you, the specky stuff. 2 secs. Right, Sinclair Spectrum. This is the 48K Ultra Brain personal computer. The first one was the ZX81, which was physically probably the same size, but had nowhere near 48K of RAM. 48K of RAM. That's literally a page of text. Oh no, 1 year guarantee. That's a bugger. Let's turn that light off a minute. That's better. So there we are. There is the Spectrum personal computer. I do believe in there is books and leads. What else have we got? We have got a Boss. Anyone remember Dorman's? 1495, the Boss. It is a flight stick, or game controller if you like. Now, you can't just plug that into there. You need an interface. And guess what? We have the something turbo RA4, is that? Don't know. Also from Dorman's, look, 22.95. Turbo Spectrum joystick interface. So there we go. That mounts into the specky, and then your joysticks, I guess, plug into there and there. Not even open the box. I don't know. But let's have a read on the back there. Pause it there and have a quick read if you like. Right, okay, let's not pander around. Games, Easy. Have you got any games? Well, funnily enough, yes, I have a load of games that came with it, like so, and I think I've picked some out to take downstairs. Yeah, there they are. Dog's going mental. So what have we got there? The Oracle's Cave. I think I've seen that film. So there we go. We've got that to look forward to. 48K Spectrum. What other gems have we got? Horizon Software Starter Pack. Now I'm probably going to need that because I am so rusty on one of these. You just plug the cassette player in. Winnie, enough. What we got in here? Horace and the Spiders. Oh my goodness. Any of you guys played these old games? Horace Goes Skiing, brilliant. Make a Chip and chess. Now I was looking for the pièce de la résistance. There's 5 tapes there with all stuff on it, which would be, shout it out lads, that's it, Manic Miner. And if we actually look at this card there, Manic Miner. So you press load 2 dots, load 2 dots. So you would have to fast forward. Oh, it's from the start to 70 on the tape counter on your cassette player. Yes, all very straightforward, isn't it? Back in the day. 10 print Southampton Football Club, 20 go to 10 run. All down the screen. Remember those days? Lumineck. Anyway, thank you, Richard, again for all this stuff. It's going to be my absolute pleasure to hopefully get things running there and get playing on the screen. Manic Miner. I spent many an evening as a young lad trying to do the exact jumps to get over the little cactus and cacti and all that kind of thing, and the conveyor belts and all that. Yes, brilliant. Okay, if that's jogged any of your memories, please watch the next video, which will be that restoration of that thing there. Okay, can't wait. Ooh, thanks for looking.